Hi everybody, it's me, Kate Spencer. I am an energy worker, a writer, an intuitive, and a cat lover. There he is, look. This is Fluff. He is often skulking around in the background when I'm making videos and puts me off a little bit, but he's gorgeous. He's a ragdoll cat. And he is so peoply and so lovely, so this is Fluff. Yeah, are you going to settle? No, he's not. He's away, So I haven't just come onto YouTube today to talk about Fluff. I've come to share a little technique with you. Now, before I get into it, please subscribe, please hit the bell, all that jazz. And then when I make new videos, you will be notified. Fluff is like right here. He's just off camera. See if I can show you. Hold on. He's just looking out of the window. There he is, looking for birds. Hi, Fluff. Hello. Yeah, the life and times of Kate Spencer's cats. Right, so what I'm going to share with you today is a really nifty little technique. It's brilliant. Come on, Fluff. If you're an empath, if you're a sensitive person, if you have any trouble at all with boundaries and saying no, and if you feel awkward and uncomfortable when people, I've got Fluff in my mouth now, ask too much of you, okay? Look at him. Oh my word, it's the Fluff show, isn't it? So if you are an empath or a sensitive person, when somebody asks you to do something or wants to pull on your energy in any way, you are likely to have a default where you go, yes, that's totally fine. Yes, of course, I'll walk your dog, take your kids to school, do your ironing, go to a party with you that I really don't want to go to, whatever it is. As an empath, we have this default where we say yes, and it's because we don't want to upset and offend people, because we can feel their energy as well as we feel our own on a heightened level. We can feel their energy and we don't want to carry the weight of their disappointment. So we've got this crazy default where we go, yeah, that's okay, sign me up. And then after the event, we'll generally go home and think, oh God, I really don't want to go to that party. I really don't want to walk their dog. I haven't got the energy to help them move house, whatever. But by then you're committed and it's even more uncomfortable saying no or undoing what you did. So here's a little tip that you can use if this is resonating with you. So when someone asks you to do something, instead of just automatically saying, yes, that's fine, okay, make your new default something that I like to call the breathing space. So get yourself in a little gap of breathing space. So you're not going to say no, so you don't need to feel really awkward and uncomfortable about that, but you're not going to say yes either. So what you're going to do is your new default is going to be something like, can I get back to you on that? I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend. Or, Tuesday night's ringing a bell. I'll have to check what's going on. Or I don't have my calendar with me. Can I get back to you later? Something like that. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just something that you can get a little bit of breathing space with. It's something that is actually climbing up me now. Come on. It's it's something so that you can get a gap. You're not going to commit either way at this point. And then when you do get home later on, you can sit with it and you can weigh it up. Ask yourself what the cost is of you to do this thing. Ask what the cost is in terms of your energy, in terms of your time, and in terms of how you feel. Now, there might be a compromise here. It might be that you can go to the party, but that you're going to drive because you're only going to stay for a couple of hours and you don't want to have too much to drink because you don't want to wake up the next day with a hangover, and you don't want to get trapped when you can't get away with people that you don't really want to be with. There might be a compromise that's going to cost you less, or the cost of going might just be too high altogether. So what you can do is you can weigh it up, you can sit with it, and you can ask yourself, what's this actually going to cost me? Is there a compromise that I'm happy with, that I would like to go ahead with? Or is it going to be better for me to be really boundaried with this, put myself first, practice some really good self-care, and just gracefully sidestep this? And if you are an empath, you might be getting a bit clenched by now as I'm saying that, but if you weigh it up and you really, really sit with it, you will know what the right answer is. Okay, it's not mean to say no. It's not nasty to say no. In fact, it's a great kindness to you and to the people around you. So what do I mean by that? Because when you're overwrought, when you're overwhelmed, when you're burned out, when you're frazzled, when you've got too many people and situations pulling on your energy, you become a different version of you. And I definitely become a different version of me. I can't show up as a happy, balanced, present individual when I've got everybody and everything pulling on me. I just can't do it. So in order to be a happy, balanced, present individual, I need to make sure that I've got as much energy as I can for me, which means saying no to people. So when I do say no to people, I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for the people around me that I love, that care for me, that live in the same home as me, my friends, my kid, my partner, because otherwise I'm going to show up as an absolute rat bag. So think of it that way. It's not selfish, it's actually really, really selfless to do this. And it's important for you to look after you, because you're the only person that can do this. And also, it's important to teach people how to treat you. You don't have to be available all of the time for people. There needs to be fair exchange in relationships. And if people are your real friends, then they will totally understand if you've already got something happening, if you're tired and you can't do it, if you just can't do it, then that's okay. It's also okay to tell little white lies as well. In my world, it's okay, because that's just a kindness. I'm sorry, I've got something planned. Is okay to say, even if you maybe haven't, because maybe what you've got planned is time off or rest, or just time where you want white space, where you want creative space, where you don't really want to schedule everything in. If your schedule's absolutely chocked full of stuff, you're not going to get any time or space to be, or to do anything creative, or to go with the flow and react to the way that the day takes you. So there's loads there to think about, but yeah, the breathing space technique is a winner for me. And then what I do is I'll get in touch with that person and I'll tell them the answer when I'm at home, when I'm feeling balanced, when I'm feeling okay. And I'll usually use text rather than ringing them, because this is still something that I'm working on, and I sometimes feel uncomfortable when I speak to people, because I feel I've still got a little bit of that programming of, oh God, I'm going to let them down. So in order to help me with that, and I'm sure I'll move on to being able to phone people and tell them, I would usually send them a text, and it's just a bit more boundaried. It feels a bit safer to me, and then they can respond to that. And yeah, so that is the breathing space technique. The steps are: change your default position. So when someone asks you to do something, instead of automatically going, yes, that's fine, just start using a different default. I'll have to let you know, can I get back to you on that, because I'm not certain about that date, or something's ringing a bell, or I haven't got my calendar here, or I have to ask at home what's happening this weekend. Something that's going to not commit you either way. Go away, think about it, weigh it up. What is the cost to me of time and energy? And then get in touch with your gut. Ask yourself what the best decision is, and then communicate that decision via a text to the person. See how that goes. I'd love to know if you've done that before, or if you're going to try it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Lots of love. Goodbye.